Before the door locks and the truth steps out of the shadows, make sure you're still here. Subscribe to Emo Saga for stories where safety is mistaken for silence, and desire hides behind authority. I don't mean to run. Just happens. One moment I'm laughing too loudly in a lobby that smells like polished marble and expensive cologne. The next my phone vibrates and my smile collapses in on itself. Unknown caller. Again. I stop walking. The sound of heels behind me makes my pulse spike. I turn sharply and nearly collide with a man in a dark uniform. Sorry, I blurt. He doesn't flinch. Tall. Broad shoulders. Black security jacket zipped neatly. Name tag barely visible under the lobby lights. His posture is relaxed but alert, like someone who notices everything without advertising it. You all right? He asks. His voice is calm, steady, grounding. I glance back toward the entrance. Glass doors. People passing. Two open. I hesitate, then lower my voice. Could you help me? He studies my face for half a second longer than necessary. With what? I swallow. I need somewhere to wait. Somewhere quiet. From? He asks. I meet his eyes. Someone I don't want to see. He doesn't ask more. That's what convinces me. This way, he says, already turning. I follow. The hallway he leads me down is narrow, dimmer than the lobby, lined with muted artwork and soft lighting that hums instead of glares. The noise of the building fades with every step. Thank you, I say quietly. You're safe here, he replies. The words settle into my chest like a promise. We stop near a door marked security, authorized access only. He scans a card. The door opens with a quiet click. Inside, the room is warmer, smaller. Monitors lining one wall, a desk with neatly stacked folders, a leather chair pushed slightly back as if recently used. You can sit, he says, gesturing. I do. My knees feel weak now that I've stopped moving. He closes the door behind us. Not locking it, just closing. That matters. Do you want water? He asks. Yes, I breathe. Please. He pours from a bottle, hands steady, movements unhurried. When he hands me the glass, our fingers brush. Just briefly. It sends an unexpected jolt through me. I look up. He's already watching me. Not predatory. Assessing. Are you in danger? He asks. I don't think so, I answer honestly. But I don't feel safe either. He nods slowly. That's enough. Something about the way he says it, like my feelings don't need proof, loosens something in me. Thank you, I say again. He leans back against the desk, crossing his arms loosely. You can stay as long as you need, he says. I exhale. Silence settles. Not awkward. Contained. I notice details now, the faint scent of clean fabric and something darker beneath it. The way his presence fills the room without crowding it. You work nights? I ask, mostly to ground myself. Yes. Always here. Frequently. I nod. You're good at it. At what? Making people feel like things won't get worse. A corner of his mouth lifts slightly. That's part of the job. My phone vibrates again. I glance down. Another missed call. I silence it quickly, hands shaking. He notices. Do you want me to escort you out later? He asks. Or have someone do it? I shake my head. I don't want a scene. There won't be one, he says. The certainty in his voice makes my heart stutter. I shift in the chair. Can I ask you something? I say. Yes. Why do you look like you're used to this? I ask. People asking you to hide them. He considers me carefully. Because they don't always ask, he replies. That answer should scare me. Instead, it makes me feel oddly protected. Minutes pass. Then longer. The tension in my shoulders eases. I realize how close we are, me seated, him standing just a few feet away. The space between us charged with something unspoken. I don't even know your name, I say. He pauses. Daniel, he answers. Sounds practiced. And you? He asks. I tell him. He repeats it once. Softly. Like he's committing it to memory. Daniel, I say, testing the name. You don't have to stay. I'm fine now. I know, he replies. But he doesn't move. Neither do I. There's a shift then. Subtle. The room feels smaller. More aware of us. You're not from this building, he says. No. But you come here often. Yes. Tonight felt different. I meet his gaze. You noticed? Yes. Why? He doesn't answer immediately. Because you didn't ask for help loudly, he says. You waited until you had no choice. That lands too close to the truth. I stand slowly. He straightens instinctively. I think I should go, I say. He nods. I'll walk you. We step back into the hallway. The building sounds return, muffled but present. As we walk, I realize something unsettling. People don't look at him like a guard. They look at him like a reference point, like they're waiting for him to decide something. We reach the elevator bank. I stop. This is fine, I say. I can take it from here. He doesn't press. All right, he says. Then adds, if you need to come back, you can. How would I find you? His eyes meet mine. You won't have to, he says. That answer echoes long after he steps back. The elevator doors close. As I descend, my phone lights up again. This time I don't answer. I'm too busy thinking about the way he stood between me and the world without ever touching me. About how safe I felt. About how something about that safety felt chosen. Later that night, curiosity gets the better of me. I search the building online. Out of habit. Out of unease. Out of something else I don't want to name. The result loads slowly. Then, I freeze. Owner listed at the top. Name. Photo. The same eyes. The same calm expression. The same man who stood in a security uniform and told me I was safe. My heart pounds. I scroll. Multiple companies. Holdings. Influence. Entire building. Owned. Controlled. By him. I sit back stunned. I replay every moment. The way people deferred. The certainty in his voice. The door that opened without question. He wasn't hiding me because it was his job. He was hiding me because he could. And the most terrifying part? He never once told me. My phone buzzes. A new message. Unknown number. You made it home. I stare at the screen. Then at my reflection in the dark window. And realize. I didn't ask a security guard to hide me. I asked the most powerful man in the building. And he chose to keep me anyway. I don't sleep. I lie on my bed with the glow of my phone lighting the ceiling. Rereading the message like it might change if I blink. You made it home. No name. No signature. No explanation. My heart is still racing when I finally reply. Yes. The typing bubble appears almost instantly. Then disappears. Then. Unknown good. Just that. Nothing else. The next morning the building looks different. It's the same glass exterior, the same sweeping lobby I've walked through dozens of times before, but now every detail feels deliberate. Like I've been walking through a space without understanding who was really watching it, who was really watching me. I tell myself I won't go back, that whatever happened was a fluke, a moment born of fear and adrenaline. I tell myself a lot of things. At noon I find myself crossing the lobby anyway. He's not in uniform this time. That's the first thing I notice. Dark trousers. Crisp white shirt. Jacket draped casually over one arm. He looks less contained. Less disguised. More dangerous. He doesn't look surprised when he sees me. You came, he says. I stop a few feet away. You lied to me. He inclines his head slightly. I withheld information. That's lying. Only if you asked, he replies calmly. I open my mouth. Close it again. I didn't ask. You let me think you were security, I say. I let you think I was someone safe, he corrects. That part was true. I swallow. You own the building. Yes. And you hit me. Yes. Why? I demand. His gaze doesn't waver. Because you asked, he says. And because no one gets to follow you when you don't want to be seen. My pulse stutters. That wasn't your decision to make. He steps closer, not crowding, just present. It was my responsibility, he says quietly. The moment you stepped into my space and asked for help. We stand there, tension thick and unmistakable. People pass around us, oblivious. To them, this is just a man and a woman talking. To me, it's the moment everything tilts. You could have told me who you were, I say. Yes. Why didn't you? He considers me for a long moment. Because power changes how people behave, he says. And I wanted to see how you behaved without it. My chest tightens. Like a test. No, he says immediately. Like truth. I exhale sharply. That's unsettling. Yes. But you didn't leave, he adds. I hate that he's right. I didn't come back to accuse you, I say finally. I came back because I don't like not understanding things. And now, he asks. And now I need to know something. He waits. Did you plan it? I ask quietly. Me asking you to hide me? No, he answers without hesitation. I plan many things. That wasn't one of them. Then what was? He steps past me toward the private hallway I hadn't noticed before. The part where I chose not to tell you who I was, he says. And the part where I let you leave with your autonomy intact. I follow him without thinking. The door closes behind us with a soft click. Not locked. Just shut. We're in a private office now, floor-to-ceiling windows, muted lighting. A space that feels lived in but controlled. This is where you tell me the rest, I say. He turns to face me fully. The rest is simple, he says. You came to me vulnerable. I protected you. I didn't touch you. I didn't leverage the truth when it would have made things easier. Why? I ask again. Because I didn't want you to belong to the idea of me, he replies. I wanted you to choose the man you met. Silence stretches. That's a dangerous way to start something, I say. Yes, he agrees. But it's the only honest one. I step closer. Close enough now that I can feel the warmth of him, steady and unhurried. You could have scared me, I say. I know. But you didn't. No. Even when you had every advantage. That's not power, he says softly. That's cowardice. Something inside me shifts. So what happens now? I ask. That depends, he says. On whether you feel trapped or curious. I don't answer immediately. Instead, I study him. The restraint. The control. The way he never once took something that wasn't offered. I feel aware, I say finally. A faint smile touches his mouth. Good. I take a breath. Then I close the distance. Not to kiss him. Not yet. I place my hand flat against his chest. Feel his heartbeat. Steady. Real. You don't get to decide what this becomes, I say quietly. I wouldn't dare, he replies. But you get to ask. Yes. I meet his eyes. Ask me properly, I say. The room seems to still. May I see you again? He asks, voice low. Without uniforms or misunderstandings, on your terms? I nod. Yes. He steps back immediately. That, more than anything, seals it. Weeks pass. We meet quietly. Publicly. Carefully. No secrets. No disguises. He never once uses his influence to impress me. He listens. Remembers. Waits. One night, when I finally sit close enough that our knees touch, he still doesn't move until I do. Consent isn't spoken. It's respected. The man I thought was a security guard never existed. But the man who stood between me and fear? That part was real. And the trust he earned by not claiming me when he could have. That's the part one chooses. Sometimes safety looks like walls and cameras. Other times it looks like a man powerful enough to take everything. And choosing not to.